now have alienated a lot of people on the internet. Like many of you, I'm excited for the iPad Ultra, and we already know what the form factor is going to be. What we don't know is how the software is going to adapt, do we? Also, there's an issue with foldables, both Samsung, Google and Apple, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. Very quickly, you know that I've got to ask. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers, and I want to get good at this, but that starts with you, so thank you. So, the iPhone Ultra is rumoured to be 7.8 inches unfolded. That's slightly smaller than the iPad mini currently is. The outer screen is going to be a passport style, but we've already got an idea of what that's going to be like thanks to the Z Fold 8. I nearly bought that so many times. Now, it's obvious we're going to move to a hybrid iOS, iPadOS style operating system. So recently I've been revisiting the iPad, and I've got to admit it's made me appreciate it more. Now, I thought the iPad mini was too small for multitasking. I was wrong, and now it's turned back on. We've got 3 options when you go to multitasking on the iPad mini, and it's across all iPads. I think they left it on the iPad mini so that we could adapt from the iPad to the iPhone Ultra. My iPad with the moffed case and the Apple Pencil, it doesn't have Apple AI, it doesn't have any fancy features. It's, I think, 6 years old at this point. Even this has still got multitasking. I've currently got it set on Stage Manager mode. Windowed apps work the same. I just feel Stage Manager is similar to what Samsung and Google offer, so we're going to use that. And my daily setup with it is X on one side and YouTube on the other. Oh look, there's the Z Fold 8. Well, everybody's been talking about it, including me. And I've got to say, it hasn't really changed how I use X or any other social media. Form factor is actually stable. All of the buttons work exactly the same. Videos open the same. And there's very rarely any content that doesn't fill the screen or is too big for the screen. I have YouTube over the side here, and I can consume X at the same time. I know on other foldables there's far more you can do. I know I can do more on this. I know I could have YouTube picture in picture, and I could have something else on this left hand side, and there's plenty more multitasking that you can do. I'm just at the tip of the iceberg for what most people are going to do in their day to day. Now, these features aren't going to be new to anyone, but with Apple doing it on an iPhone, I think more people will adopt it. And whilst this is powerful for social media and content, where it's equally as powerful is productivity. With productivity apps, you can have your spreadsheet on one side, balancing your bank account, which has its app on the other side, or you could be creating a presentation using Safari or Chrome or whatever, and having Pages or whatever app you use for things like that on the other. Samsung users and Google is going to be banging the drum in the comments about this. You've had this for ages, I know, but it's huge when Apple do it, and we'll talk about that why in a moment. So I'm using Pages, and this is today's script for today's video, and you can see I can have Pages there, and then I could open up Numbers and get that over there. Rescaling everything. Oh, I've used Numbers before, so that's why. Pull Pages back over. I'm into a spreadsheet. It's brilliant. So yes, okay, I know I've already said Samsung and Google users are screaming, and you will be, but let's face it, Apple are going to do it better, and they are doing it better. Or at least they've got the user base for that innovation to stick. For example, with the Z Fold 8 and the 8 Ultra, they don't come with MagSafe or anything equivalent. So you're losing out a massive chunk of accessories, chargers, things like that, and everyone else is adopting it. So why wouldn't they add it? It makes no sense to me. Seriously, Samsung, you've dropped the ball there. With Samsung being the supplier of Apple's screens, I'll be surprised if the iPhone Ultra screen is any better than the Z Fold 8. But with the rumoured liquid metal hinge, that could eradicate the crease, but that could be getting my hopes up. Vapor chamber cooling is another thing that maybe Apple will be able to innovate more than anyone else in such a small form factor. They're already doing it in the iPhone Air, which is tiny. How they'll achieve it, I don't know, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Apple. I've got to address Apple moving back to Touch ID. I love Face ID. It's so convenient. Look at your phone, it's open. Everything just is snappy like that. It's there. Touch ID seems a bit of a step backwards. I know people love it and they like the in-screen Touch ID. I was a bit sceptical at Face ID, but now it annoys me when I use the iPad having to use Touch ID. But to move to the iPhone Ultra form factor, I think it's worth it, and I'll get on board with it either way. It's Apple, come on, I'm always going to. And that brings me to what I mentioned at the beginning of the video about a missed opportunity, and it's this thing, the Apple Pencil. Now that was smooth, that's worth a like and subscribe on its own. I highly doubt that the Ultra is going to have any support for the Apple Pencil, any kind of stylus. And I think that's a shame. For creatives on the go, it would have been a fantastic little tool, even for people that just like to write. But is this a wider issue for all foldables? Now the Z Fold 7, if I'm correct, had S Pen support, but in the latest Fold phones, they've dropped support for the S Pen. I don't understand, Samsung. No MagSafe, and you're not supporting the S Pen. It's your S Pen, but who am I? I don't run a multi-billion-dollar company, so I suppose you know something I don't. And the Z Fold 8 is selling out crazy, so you kind of got much wrong. Now there are third-party styluses that will work across Samsung, Apple and Google. It feels like a missed opportunity from all of the big companies. I'm surprised the smaller players haven't played more on this, you know, like your Honors and your Huawei's and things like that. Now if you follow me on X, you'll know I've had the Z Fold 8 in my hands, and oh my god, it's beautiful. It's a great little device, and it's made me so excited, even more excited for the Ultra. But we've got to give credit to the OGs, to Google. The original Pixel Fold, they had it figured out before anyone. The original Pixel Fold was passporting in 2023, but back then nothing was optimized for this form factor. And after that, everyone folded their phone in every other which way. And I think Apple knew this, and they've been working on it for years. I reckon any of the innovation you've seen in the iPad mini, and to some extent the iPhone Air with how thin it is, can be directly linked to research and development for the Ultra. In all of this, Samsung have laid the first punch with the Z Fold 8. I must have said Z Fold 8 about 10 times in this video. And Samsung, knowing that the screens were going to be like this, have taken that form factor and they've got out there first. So fair play to Samsung getting there first. Even without MagSafe and all those little things I mentioned at the Z Fold 8, I found myself so close to buying it. So close. And I've managed to hold out, and I will hold out. Apple, please don't let me down. If this doesn't come out soon, I'm going to have to be going to Samsung. One great thing for this form factor is now that Apple have adopted it, you're going to have so many more developers designing for this form factor. It's a known fact that developers do prioritise Apple users. There's so many more of them, so many more devices, and you're going to see apps now making for this form factor, and that's good for all users, Apple or Android, because the more developers that are on board, the more apps are going to be optimised and they'll work for you. Just like accessories, because the iPhone's produced in such high numbers, it's worth it to make the accessories, so the developers will put their money and their time into making apps in this form factor. One thing for sure is that Apple joining this category is the most exciting thing they've done in years, and if rumours are true, there's so many more exciting things coming. AirPods Ultra, MacBook Ultra, everything Ultra, Apple Cloth Ultra, and I'm excited for so long, being such a geek, to finally get a foldable. My loyalty has wavered a few times where I've nearly got a fold from another company, but I'm glad I've waited, and hopefully between now and the Ultra actually coming out, I don't go and buy the Z Fold 8. There it is again. I'm not going to say Z Fold 8 again after that one. Now, if you've stuck around to the end of this video, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate it. I really want to go far in this journey, and like I said at the beginning of the video, that's down to you. So I'm going to ask again if you can like and subscribe, comment anything that you can think will help me to make this better. I will need to get out of this shed and get into a proper studio, or just somewhere better. When we start getting closer to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do some sort of giveaway to get us over that 1,000 mark. Thank you so much, and as always, I'll see you soon.